Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stoneblock 2 land, and I have been wandering around in my little cave, and I've come to the conclusion that it is a little cave. There's not much room in here. It's very wee in here. We need to embiggen our cave. Make it much more roomy in here, because we're kind of running out of space for everything. Did we have a nature chest? Yes, we did. Good. And I think the way we're gonna go down that route is we're gonna make a hammer. To that end, we've got 3 blocks of invar in our smeltery, which we now need to hook out. So let's pull the invar down to the bottom and get 3 blocks of invar. That's just iron and nickel mixed together. So I've used all my nickel, like some crazy impulsive fool, to make invar in the smeltery. And we need 3 blocks of that, because I think we need the Tinker's Anvil. I am not 100% sure. I'm kind of all at sea here with Tinker's Construct. Create I've never used. Tinker's I have, but they've changed it. And that's how we make life interesting, isn't it? We change things so that they're different, and then you have to think about them again. It's similar to the way it was, but it's not the same. So we've got some iron left in there. Let's get some more iron in there. I don't really know. Ooh, trees grown. I don't think we're going to have much axe left after this, but we'll give it a go. There we go. Nice. So we have to basically make, I think it's the Tinker Anvil. I'm guessing it's the Tinker Anvil. I don't have any inside scoop that says it's the Tinker Anvil, but we do need something. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and then we need what was the other thing? I think it's that Tinker Station. The suggestion is that it's a similar kind of process to what it was originally with... Is that enough? I don't know. Let's just make it anyway. With the Tinker Table thing that was in the last version that I did play successfully. So we need that. We don't need any of that left in there. Those can go and join on that thing, because we're running low in there, because we've made the parts. If I show you in here, we've made the stencils for the hammer, I think, if the recipe hasn't changed. I think I've made the stencils for the hammer, but it is possible. It's always possible. I'm so very wrong. I wouldn't rule that out one bit. Anvil can go kablooky. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. There is a suggestion there that, yeah, everything looks good. So let's pull some bits out, because I think if we can get the hammer on board, we can do some real work in these caves. Because I need to make this area so much bigger, because this is a mess. It works, but it's a mess, and we need to simplify processes and rationalize and streamline and make not garbage. In essence. That's kind of the long, short, and tall of it. So we're going to go for a straight up iron hammer. And we're going to hope to God that it works. It might not do. And we want a hammerhead. This is going to fill my inventory with junk. There might be a bit of to and fro in here. The hammerhead takes so much iron. Can you imagine the weight of that thing? Just a solid lump of clunk. Amazing. Right, let's just clear a bit of space in our inventory. We're not going to make it fancy pants initially. We're just going to make it straight up iron. Iron. There are better options than that, but we don't have the materials for it. So we're going to go straight up iron. How are we doing with iron? 4 ingots left. I don't know how many that took. I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, that seems to work. Does that strip me bare? It has stripped me bare. There's 3 nuggets of nickel in there. Not a lot I could do about that. That's kind of where we're at now. We have a polluted Tinker Table. We can fix that. that is a fixable thing, but we're not going to. Right, we want one of them, and one of them, and two of them. Boop, boop. And that will make us the Hammer of Destiny. Nice. And then we can just do 3x3s instead. And I think the onus is on us to make this place bigger. Like this. This is pod racing. Now we're making progress. Not the area where I need to make the progress, but you know, it's progress nevertheless. We're going to push this whole section back into this cave where it's going to get dark because we're an idiot. And we have this machine here, all this nonsense going on back here. And this nonsense going on back here, probably we're going to need to, I don't know. We need to work out. That shaft could probably carry on and carry more goods that way, and I think that's a better place for us to have our wash station. I think that's the principle we're working on here. We're going to push back here into virgin territory, undiscovered countries back here, and create a proper wash station. Maybe at some point in the future invest in some form of, I don't know. If I break that out, am I going to ruin everything? Possibly, because there is water around here. And we don't want water going everywhere. We don't. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but we don't want it to happen. We have a little bit of self-respect there. Not much. Not much. We don't go bundle on self-respect, but a little bit. Little bit. Alright, I modified the gamma on the recordings as well, because we were getting way too much gamma. The screen I watch my stream back on, and I record on, is at a slight angle to me, so it looks darker than it actually is. Which is less than good. So we've got a nice space back here now. And we've barely touched the hammer. So that should be a goodly little cave back here, and then we just wallop it all the way out. And this is what I wanted. This is the means by which we can make bigger areas, bigger workspaces, get a bit of room to grow. Because we need to grow. We're working in a pokey little environment back there, and we need to develop as a subterranean machine god kind of guy type thing. Might be overstating my role a little bit, but you understand. Right, that should work to get another layer of this out. Now it's possible, I don't know, and I don't know whether we should check or not, but it's possible that the vein miner, ultra miner, ulti miner, miner doohickey miner thing will work on this and just do long digs. I don't know. At some point we're going to have to test it and see, but at this point I'm ignoring the possibility. We are filling up our inventory with cobblestone though, and that's not necessarily a good thing because we have no real way to get rid of it at this time. But I feel like, oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to have to shark this a bit now. Because I think we're going to need height, verticality. Especially when we get to the grinding wheels. We are not at the grinding wheels yet, though. Now we've done some harm to the old slapping hammer. She's not looking too chipper now, is she? But it's such a faster way of doing things. Don't mess it up, Furryears. If we needed cobblestone, we've got cobblestone. We don't really need cobblestone. I have no appreciable need for cobblestone right now. That just broke. That did just break. Okay, so we got much more room back there. Did we leave a little pile? We did leave a little pile of cobblestone on the floor. Let's just free that from our inventory, because our inventory is undoubtedly rammed with cobblestone now. Let's just throw that on the floor and hope that it despawns. Because there's not a lot we can do with it other than process it, and we're not ready. We're not at the stage where we're going to be processing that out yet. Now, how do we repair this thing? Do I put it in here and then say, give me iron, and slap that in here? I already had iron in my inventory, you know. Yes, you do. Okay, that only took 1 iron ingot to or more. I don't remember how much iron we had. That might have taken quite a lot of iron. That could be worrying. That could be worrying that we're burning through iron that fast. But needs must. So we're going to do it. We don't care. We can't be stopped. I think you'll find we can't be stopped. We're Furryearsworld. We're going to do it anyway. Crack on, Furryears. Crack on. And let's get some lights in here because it's feeling a little dark. I don't know whether we've got F7 as an option. I'm not too worried. I picked up all of that stone and didn't want to. There we go. Now we get into here, get all this out. I don't think we're in a much better place. It's nice to be able to dominate the stone a bit. Even with this, it's going to be tedious doing any level of exploration. It's going to be a long, long job. But we do need to do it. There are things what we could potentially find out there that will make our life more interesting. And, you know, I am a sucker for the shiny treats that the world holds for us. Well, that's not good. Let's just throw all this back here somewhere. Okay, so we're kind of magnetic. We'll run away from that lot and we'll add to it. We don't want to be heavily magnetic with that lot lying around. The magnetic is fun. It is absolute bonus time. Okay, cool. That will eventually despawn, and that's fine. So we've made a little progress there. We've dug a massive, massive room out. That will be a better washroom for us. Those seared bricks go in that one, don't they? I don't know if that does any quest work for us. I'm aiming for the crushing wheel. And the crushing wheel requires 21 of these, the mechanical crafters. And the mechanical crafter requires the brass casing, which is going to be troublesome. That's a lot of washing involved in the brass casing. The electron tube, which is requiring us to wash. I don't know where we're getting the rose quartz from. Ah, nether quartz and redstone. Yeah, that's also going to be kind of expensive. That's some craziness right there. Let's get rid of you. We might upgrade our tools to iron in the near future, but not right now. Would you like more saplings? Because I've got plenty. Right, so that's planted again. The axe broke, which is not good. That is not bueno. Do we have any gravel? Flint. Flint's what we're after, isn't it? We've got 27 flint now because of the washing processes that we've done. So we can repair the tools. Nice. We've got the iron pickaxe. That can stay as an iron pickaxe for now. Okay, good. So we need to think about washing multiple things, but I'm confused and conflustered by what's happening with this. It might be that we're going to have offset wash stations, aren't we? We do need to do some washing though, so I guess we need to grind down some cobblestone into gravel and wash the gravel. And the gravel will give us... What is it we need to make soul sand? There is a soul sand recipe. We have to wash sand No, you can make soul sand in the mixer, yeah. A mob soul, water, and coarse, and some form of sand in the mixer. So we need a mob soul. And a mob soul has an 80% chance of spawning every time a mob dies. So we need to find some mobs to kill. I've not come across any mobs at all. But that's something we do, and then we put it in here, and we make soul sand, and then we can do another wash, and that will give us our soul sand. Yes. That wasn't ready. Lol. That's not ready. Okay, cool. And I think we need to embiggen the farm a little bit as well. The farm is diminutive, tiny. We need to make it much bigger, which we will do. We will get round to that. Let's see if we can find a space where we can, you know, mob farm some mobs. Where do we want to go? I kind of want to carry on going that way, but there's a big old pile of crap in the way now. Someone left a big old pile of crap in the way. Should we go past the farm? Because we're going to have to take all this out when we do the farm anyway. So let's go this way. Forever. See if we can find a nice little area that's kind of dark where we can, you know, deal with some irksome chappies that need a good spanking. That's kind of what the plan is. To be able to take down the demons of this world. I think maybe back here somewhere we could just build a darkened room to accommodate the denizens of evil. Make a place where they can spawn in and we can deal with them, but they can't actually harm us. That would be perfect. That would be wizard. Because we've not really found any viable cave medium. So what I'm thinking, in this wall here, if we do that, and then we do that, it's a bit of a mess, this one, but hopefully it will work. I'm trying to wing this one. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. So now if we go for stone, and we go book, 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 and then we get some stone slabs. I mean, we are digging tunnels so quickly now. Ridiculous. One, two, three, four. Is it 4 blocks in each direction that the water will flow? I think it is, isn't it? We need to go one more that way. And one more that way. And this is all about making the farm bigger. Whilst we're, you know, tinkering and pottering around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's okay. So let's just slam the floor a little bit. That's released the water. The water is now free. The water is unfettered. And it's going to get more unfettered. Oof, that was good. I didn't realise that would do that, but it did. So, yay. Cool. We need more dirt, obviously, now, because reasons. And we need some slabs, don't we? Stone slabs. And then hopefully we can do some mob farming. And that will give us mob souls. Safely contained mobs will give us mob souls. But no, I wanted that higher. If you don't mind, can you go a little higher? Because I think you're going to get in the way there. Good. This feels dark. This feels wrong. So we're going to throw another torch there. And then if we go bop, 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 bop. We need more. Does F7 give us anything? Not really. That's a worry. That's a worry that we don't get to see light levels like that. How are you doing? You're mature. You're mine now, baby. Carrots. And I'm learning which box the carrots are living in. That's kind of important. Give me more slabs, please. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Nice. So this will hopefully be our mob farm. We can try and make it bigger, but then it could be cumbersome to actually kill the bloody things. Now, I don't know whether that's light leaking in there or whether that's dark enough. We can knock that out. Ah, now we're getting some F7 action. Now we're getting some F7 action. If I put that torch up there, will that light that all up? It will. That's problematic. Can we reduce this down? Should we take that out? Because that's 2 slabs, isn't it? We need a dark area that is safe. Is that dark enough? There's a yellow one in there. There's not a red one. Okay. Break, break, and break. Bring that back. I think there's red in there. I think there's red in there. Let's break that out and that out. And have a little look. Yes, there is red in there. So we should get spawnage in there. We can seal the whole thing off. And then we can wander back down here and see if anything spawned in there. See what happens, don't you know? We could do with more dirt. I don't think we've got any. I think we used all the dirt in the clay making process. I think we are fresh out of dirt. I don't think we needed this anytime soon because of reasons and stuff. The vast panoply of materials we have is kind of the reason I'm thinking we don't need that. But we could probably do with getting some more dirt on the go. And I think dirt is one step down from cobblestone. Kind of need a builder's wand of some description to help me with this job, because this job is dull. We got to go gravel, then we got to go dirt. We don't need massive amounts of dirt, but we do need a bit of dirt. There has to be a quicker way of doing this. I mean, the diamond hammer is going to make short work of this, so I'm not too worried. But it is a pain in the body of a job. And I think the mod pack is pitched such that you have to have borne this pain to achieve any level of success. Right, we're going with that. So let's bring down our diamond hammer. And let's just wham bam slam. Nice. Nice. Right, that's gravel, of which we're going to wash 60. And then we're going to make a stack of dirt. And then anything left, we're going to just utilize for other stuff. So, if I throw that on the floor. That didn't work. Throw that on the floor in the wash pot. That's being washed. That might spaff stuff down our stairs, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it. Then we need to break down all this gravel into dirt, which we can do here, I think. Need to be mindful that this stuff does drop, and that can cause problems for us. Gravity is not our friend in this instance. And we are losing frames again, which I'm not thrilled about. Alright, so bash it. That gives us our stack of dirt. Then we go in here, and all this stuff should be washed now. Nice. It's more stuff than we can carry, which I like. Nope, that one. You can have that, that. Get a lot of nuggets. You do get a lot of nuggets. And we're getting a powerful amount of cinnabar too, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm kind of hating the cinnabar, which is probably wrong of me. Did anything drop down here? No, I don't think anything dropped down there. So that was all we got out of the wash cycle. And that's fine. Emerald, amethyst, diamond. We have got one raw copper in there. We're going to need a lot more copper. We are going to need a lot more copper. So we've got the dirt that we need to do the farm. If we can book, 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 book. Actually, a stack of dirt might not be enough, but at least it'll sort the water out. A stack of dirt might be less than we need. I can't remember. Which is annoying. No, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Certainly for our starter farm. Just enough to keep us alive in a meaningful way. Because if we do start ulti-mining extensively, we're going to do the dying dance very quickly. Very, very quickly. And it's not dignified. Hello? Anyone? Nope. Nobody. Which is odd. But not, you know, completely hopeless. Mostly hopeless, but not completely hopeless. Alright, so that's good. So we've got 9 dirt left, which I'm gonna be a bit radical. I'm going to be a bit radical, and I'm going to throw the dirt in the wash and see what happens. There is a particle effect, so it is doing something. Something is occurring here. We've never washed dirt, I don't think. Maybe we have. Maybe we did wash some dirt. I wonder if you can wash just cobblestone. I genuinely don't think so. That would be ridiculous if you could just wash cobblestone. But, you know, for science, we're going to find out. Throw things like they just don't care. Wow, that's taken a long time to wash. I am surprised by how long that takes to wash. I'm going to leave that to it. Almost guarantee by the time that sounded like something just happened. Nope. It was just a red herring. False alarm. Let's lose all of this cobble again. Bye-bye. 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 We can have some in our inventory. We just don't want that much. You know what I mean? Too much cobble is too much cobble. We're still washing the dirt. It might do something. It might not. There is a particle effect going on, which leads me to believe it's going to do something. This is kind of the blocks chest cobblestone, so we'll just throw those in there. I don't know. Doesn't feel right. Does not feel right. Still getting like hosed up against the wall. It's a good look. You are not ready. Nothing here is ready. You might be ready. You are ready. Cool. So what do we want to go for? Do we want to go for more wheat-based products, or do we want to go for more... Still getting washed in that corner. Maybe dirt doesn't do anything. Do we want to go wheat and make bread, or do we want to go carrots? I do like carrots. They are a good food source that requires minimal effort. I'm a big fan of carrots, but I don't think bread would kill us. We're going to leave a corner free for... what's it called? Flux. Flax? Flax, not flux. Flux is something entirely different. Yeah, we're going to leave a corner free for flax. Looks like, just on first experiences and impressions there, we've gone mostly wheat. We could throw some carrots in there too. We've got a few spare carrots. It won't kill us. Yeah, that'll do. I don't think that dirt's going to do anything. I think that dirt just isn't going to do anything. I think that dirt wants to get crooked. And that's all that dirt wants to do. But we have reached the end of the episode. Another episode in the bag. The farm has got embiggened. A mob farm has been created, but isn't really doing very much. We might need to look at means of automating mob farms quite early, because I'd really rather not fight at a mob farm. Because that kind of sucks in a big way. But we'll see what we can do. So, from Furryearsworld for now, we are going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.